Chicago.
Okay.
This one's pretty obvious. His name's been floating around a ton. Um, John Duran. This guy led the team last year with 8 goals in just under 1,400 minutes. Top European clubs are checking in on him. He's 19 years old. He got his Colombian senior team call up this year, and he will be massive in the U20 World Cup. If he isn't gone by the start of this year, there will be a very difficult decision for this team to make midseason on if they're going to keep him or not, and it will depend on if they're in the playoffs or not. If they're out, he's gone.
Which I could definitely see being the case.
I don't know what you're talking about. Casper Shabilko is winning Golden Boot. I don't know if I told you,
Oh,
but
he's going back to back. Is that what you're
my
saying?
bold prediction was actually for this year. Funny enough.
Oh, okay. You must have just got your notes mixed up.
Yeah, yeah, my bad.
Gotcha.
Did
Yeah,
you have anybody different?
I mean, I have a full list. I tried to go through like everybody and then just see who I thought could make like a move right now. I mean, I could be way off on some of these guys, but I had him on my list, of course. I think that's an obvious one. I also put I put Gaga Slonina. Obviously, he already moved to Europe. He was just here
Mm-hmm.
on loan. I don't know. I would assume he may go on loan again, but I don't know to where. Then I also put Federico Navarro on this list. 21 years old, played almost 1,000 minutes this 2 seasons ago, and then last season played 2,500 minutes. Consistent game time for them at such a young age. I feel like that will automatically trigger some interest in Europe. I'm not expecting him to move to like a top team in Europe, but I think he could definitely jump to a team in Europe. And I think he would garner interest considering that he is young and getting consistent top level game time. Then
Interesting.
the last person I put on was Brian Gutierrez, 18 years old, played 1,600 minutes for them last season with 2 goals and 5 assists. I think any 18-year-old that's playing 1,600 top level minutes already is going to garner interest. So would not surprise me if he got a jump.
I would. So the way I did mine for people listening is I picked one who could make a move right now if I saw one. Some teams didn't have it, but I also picked some to keep an eye on. People who could come in and make a really big impact. Gutierrez is one of those where yes, he's been there, but I wouldn't say he's ready for a move right now. I think he's more one for the future. Maybe next, this time next year if he repeats that performance. The other two that I had in that same category are Chris Brady and Alex Moniz. Chris Brady being the goalkeeper for the US U20s, U23, I think just U20s. There is so much hype around this guy. I've seen mock US MNT 26 World Cup rosters with his name in it.
That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, the dude's got a ton of. Oh man, brought out the wrongs. He was a forward Madison Loney for a while. So, as was Moniz. Both of these guys have been playing really, really well at the youth level. With Slanina gone, I haven't seen any big goalkeepers moving to Chicago, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is Chris Brady's goal this year.
Yeah, go
Um,
for it. Worked out last time he put a 17-year-old in goal.
well, that's what I mean, right? And if it's on the same level, which is crazy. Um, and then Alex Moniz is in the same boat. Tons of hype in the youth system, and I believe Jason was talking about it when we had him on last episode. Was our youth teams are absolutely crushing teams, like 4-1, 5-1 top youth teams. These guys are a part of it. So definitely two to keep an eye on there, along with Gutierrez. If he can repeat that season that he had last year, get a few more goal contributions, really be the focus man in that group. Um, those guys could all be in this. We can have this conversation next year, and they can be in the top tier of these guys are ready to go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that Gutierrez should move. I think another year to like really solidify consistent starting spot, considering he only started 20 out of 33 games last year. If he can be an out and out starter for one more season, he can really like solidify a good move to Europe. I'm just saying, I think considering the fact that he played 1,600 minutes at 18 years old, I think that would garner interest that if he really wanted to make a move, I think he could. I don't think he should though.
If they had won something or let me rephrase, if they had not been like third to last in the league, sure. But because he hasn't, he was just playing. He wasn't really making that, massive impact, in my opinion. So I think he needs a year where he is a 5-goal, 7-assist guy on a team that is at least vying for the playoffs. If he can be that guy, then you're going to see more people push for his signature. But until he is, I don't think you see people moving.